That's exactly how Bryce started the show on Tuesday.
For real?
Talking about some what the hell he Burton. She said, "Yeah, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro?"
What the hell, LeBron James? Bro, that shit is hilarious to me, bro. I'm like, yo, there's no way he's spamming that. But hey, whatever gets you rich, my brother. Alrighty. Restless Wrestling is back. My favorite time of the week. As a lot of people's, you know what I'm saying? I can confidently say that. But welcome in. Welcome back. Put my chair up a little bit. Hold up. There we go. Damn, that hurt. Okay, we here. My time is up, Reek. And Restless Wrestling time is now. And the show is live. How are you feeling today?
Feeling good, man. I can't complain.
Can't complain.
Woke up,
That's what we love to hear.
so that's a blessing.
That's what
We
we
got
love
some
to hear.
we got some fun stuff to talk about. We got some basketball to watch tonight, so I really can't complain at all. How about you, brother?
I'm doing well, doing well. Started our new job, y'all. Very comfortable, very chill. Uh, I like it. I like it. And I got more time to do things, so I'm happy about that. So we should see this pod. We should see this pod do better things. Um, More time to plan the show. More time to I don't know. We'll see. It's only the first week. We got plenty of time to grow. So appreciate everybody for stopping in here on your Saturday morning. I am a little late. My computer is old. It ain't even old. It's just I had too many apps up, bro, and it crashed. It took a while to get back. But we here, and thank y'all for joining in as usual. Reek, we had a lot going on this week. As you see on your shirt, tough shirt by the way, it is WrestleMania season. WrestleMania season. And we got some fun mini games to do with y'all because obviously, as they're heating up on the shows, we still got to do stuff to talk about. You know what I'm saying? So let's talk about the shows first. We're not even going to pick a specific segment. Wherever you start, that's where we going. So, what segment through NXT, SmackDown, Raw stood out to you most this week? And what are you most excited for? What are you most excited for leading into either Stand and Deliver or WrestleMania so far? What feud has caught your eye? What feud is red hot? What feud is must see TV at this current moment? There's a lot going on. There's a lot. We figured out what the favorite was. We heard Cena and Cody talk in front of each other for the first time. We saw Jade and Naomi make it official. We saw Jacob get a spotlight. We're seeing I mean it's not official, but Rhea, Io, and Bianca still heating up. Trick Obafemi heating up. Ricky Starks, Ethan Page heating up. We got a lot going on. We got a lot going on. So I'll kind of put you on the
Um,
spot going first. But which avenue are we taking the show?
I gotta go with Oba, Trick, and
Okay.
Javon, man.
Okay.
Everything they've done for the past like month or so has been super entertaining. Just
Right.
they're letting them be themselves. Obviously, Oba's playing a different character, but when you see them in the ring and when you see them talking to each other, you feel like it's just them three just talking to each other for real. Like there's no camera. Like this is how they would really have conversations in real life if they was going at each other. Especially Javon and Trick. Like the conversation they had this past week before Obi even came out, where Javon was like, "Bro, you used to be me, and now I'm you, and you mad." And Trick just keep trying to little bro him like, "Yeah, you not ready for this spotlight. You not ready to be a champion. You not made for this yet." And Javon
He
like, "Hey,
was
that's
trying to little
everything you
bro
was
him
telling
for real.
Melo,
Yeah. He's
or
trying to
that's
little
everything
bro
that
him.
Melo was telling you." And now you turn around and you doing this. The crowd not really rocking with you. I mean, they still rocking with you for sure, but they not rocking with you the way they were when you first came in or when
Right.
you won the championship. They not rocking with you like that. They rocking with Oba now. They rocking with Javon. They rocking with Ricky Starks, and you see that, and that's bothering you. And then Melo even said, "Hey, I tried to tell, bro. I was right." I
Melo
said,
said he was
"And
right.
he ain't lie.
And
He ain't
Melo
lie."
don't miss. And we starting to see it right now. Melo don't miss. Now you talking about Reek, who everybody rocking with. You
Hmm.
said they rocking with Ricky Starks. You said they rocking with Oba. They rocking with
Hmm.
Javon. But Reek,
Hmm.
who are you rocking with? going in the state of delivery. That's who are you rocking with? Who
That's
should
the
come
thing.
out
I
on
don't
this
know.
show? You don't know.
I don't know. That's why it's so interesting. This is like the one match where I'm like, I'm good with any three.
Right.
I'm good
And
with
that's a
any three.
blessing.
Like that's a great thing because again, we got black men main event stand to deliver. Second year in a row. Last year was Trick and Mello. This
Right.
year's Trick, Oba, and Javon. We got the dark state thing that we don't know who the leader is, if there's a leader. Because the way they made it seem at the end of the show and the way they bigged up, I also loved the Dawn segment where they
Right.
was like they had all the files for all of them, like, yeah, this is how he was this and that. He was this and that. Now this dude, I had to really dig deep to find this dude
Right.
crazy.
I
He
do.
get
I
people to
do like how
follow
they
him.
did the
I love
debrief.
that.
That was tough.
And then I saw a tweet. It was like, bro, you can go from somebody doing gymnastics to some
Right.
Italians doing some shit, some a mob boss doing some work in the back, to uh, to people jumping people on the in the ring, to Jada Parker talking crazy. Like it's just so many different things. There's like you can see Pretty Deadly in the back. Like there's so many different characters and personalities in the back of NXT. It's just funny to me. But
Right.
if I had to choose the triple threat, if I had to choose, oh man, I don't know, because it's like who are you? Who is staying? Like I feel like Javon's not going up yet. They
Right.
could go ahead and throw Oba up, but if you throw him up there, what does he do? Now I was thinking this morning as I was watching stuff back from the week. I'm like, okay, like I feel like once WrestleMania season is over, it's gonna be like a hard reset. Like I know there's a draft, but I'm like dudes like Mello, dudes like Dom, like those are they're gonna be back to being like focal points of television. Which it sucks that it's that way, but
Right.
like we already had a conversation yesterday about Roman potentially not being back until the summer. Like Raw, you're gonna have your Cena, you're gonna have your CM Punk, you're gonna have your Seth Rollins. But Raw is a little light now. You still have Gunther, you still have Jay, and you still have Braun. But Raw is lighter in terms of depth. I feel like than
Right.
SmackDown.
Definitely gonna be a
So
shakeup.
I think Melo stays on SmackDown. I'm curious to see like who else they send over there. Like Ray Phoenix is on SmackDown now, so I'm interested to see how like if they continue to keep Penta and Ray Phoenix split up since they're brothers. Um, Aleister Black looks like he's going to SmackDown. Rusev is supposed to be coming back, so he might be going to Raw. I'm just interested to see what it looks like when we come out of WrestleMania because that'll tell us whether it'll be Trick or Oba that comes up. Because if Trick is the leader of the Dark State faction, then he's not going up for a while, and then that means him and Javon are going to be battling it out. And I think I like that. I think having Trick take some more time down there would be
Right.
okay. Um, but I don't know if you throw Oba to the main roster right away either. Like, but if you
Right.
don't, I don't know what you do with him in NXT if you keep him down there. So that's the difficult part about this. Is like maybe none of them go up.
Right.
Maybe they all just stay down there and they do whatever. But if I had to choose, I would probably go Trick just because Javon has time and I don't really know what they want to do with Oba.
So your answer
But
is trick.
really, reality, it could go either way. Yes, at this current moment, it's Trick.
Y'all see why I make him go first? It's a beautiful thing. You get to sit back and listen, process. Then I get my feelings out the way. Okay. In this particular situation, folks at home, I'm gonna agree with Reek. I'm gonna go with Trick Willie.
Mm,
I'm not gonna lie because of the dark state thing. Honestly, I was gonna go Trick regardless because it's been too long. I mean, I feel like it's been too long. Uh, where we haven't seen Trick with the belt. It really hasn't been that long, but I feel like it's been too long. And the stories that he got when he didn't have a strap, even when he did have a strap. I mean, we saw Ridge. I mean, Sean Spears is cool, but like we ain't really see Trick get to go crazy with the strap. Like he had a battle with Ethan Page for a minute, but I would love to see him go with Javon. I would love to see him even go back at Oba when he got the belt. Who knows? But I do ultimately feel
Mm,
like Oba's gonna go up. That's my feeling. I don't think you can hold him down there much longer. You can't even really tell a story after this with Oba because if he come out of this as a winner, bro, there's nobody else in this line unless you want to push the Ricky Starks thing, but you really can't because I mean
yeah,
he's locked in with Ethan Page. So
yeah.
I feel like you send Oba up. I feel like you do what you did with Melo, but you fumbled it a little bit. I think you
Hmm.
make him the first pick, but you make him
Give
solidified
him
as soon
that
as he
Braun
gets
Breaker
there.
type of
Yeah, that you got to make him
You
solidified
have
as soon
to.
as he get there. Now I don't know if you send him to Raw because
Braun already over there. Gunther
yeah,
already over
Braun
there.
already over there. I don't know if I don't know if Gunther's gonna drop off the earth after Mania. He
Right.
deserves a break, honestly, in
Yeah.
my opinion. But who knows if he actually takes a
And
break?
he might switch because they're probably if Cena wins, that means that title's on Raw. You can't have both titles on Raw, so then they'll
Right.
probably have that switch and Jay will go to SmackDown. But I don't know if Netflix want to give up
And be
Jay
with Jimmy. I mean, at the end of the day, you're getting Cena
and Cody.
with the strap and Cody for Jay. Yeah, I think you take the trade
Yeah.
9 times out of
Yeah.
10. So,
Yeah.
and I think that was the finesse that they were ultimately always going to go with. We said this so many times
Hmm.
leading up to the Netflix era where we was like, we expect Roman to be on Netflix. We
Hmm.
expect maybe Cody to be on Netflix.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's all business at the end of the
Yeah.
day. They're not, you
Because Roman probably doesn't get drafted because he's not gonna show up.
right,
It'll the main ones like Drew just went to SmackDown, so I don't think they move him back to Raw. Damian Priest just went to SmackDown, so I don't think they move him back to Raw. So I
right,
think Damian Priest, Drew, Phoenix, Mello are like your for sures. Those are your locks for SmackDown at the moment.
right,
I think for Raw, it would be Braun, Cody, Cena, Seth, and then you go from there.
right.
Like that's when you
Seth's
throw in
an
like
interesting one. I'm
Andrade's,
not gonna
things like
lie.
that.
Seth is an
Dom
interesting one. I feel like you got to separate him at some point because as
from
much
Raw.
as
Or because yeah, where you putting Punk?
right, that's what I'm saying. Like I
Punk
feel
probably stay
like
on Netflix too.
Punk probably stays on Raw. Uh, Seth, I don't know, bro. I feel like the end is near for him, bro. I don't know why I keep getting that feeling, like that
End of
the
what?
the end, bro. Like him
What you
and
mean?
Roman, not like retiring. Like I mean,
Oh,
maybe
oh,
that's kind of
oh,
what
oh.
I'm getting at. Like not like the end, but like not retiring. But I don't know
If he's gonna be like
how
full time,
much
full time.
longer. I don't know how much longer. You know what I'm saying? The WWE can
Mm,
keep making stories centered around Roman and Seth, bro. These dudes are becoming larger than the belt, like itself.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
we got a main event without the strap on the line
yeah,
between the story that's really took place 10 years ago, and they just now realizing like, okay, yeah, we can cook a little bit. These dudes are becoming larger than the belt. Like that's what I'm saying. The end is near. Not retirement. Not like none of that, but like the championship window, him having the belt, him needing the belt, I feel like the end is near for that. I feel like it's time to just for him to generate stories and to I don't know. He needs to go on a little run himself. I'm not gonna lie, but I don't know, man. That's different when it comes to NXT because NXT, their personas in NXT is totally different than
hmm
their personas on the main roster. We seen Mello.
yeah.
Mello did not miss in NXT. Now
Facts.
Mello is with the Miz. I don't know what's going on. I literally don't know what's
Mm.
going on. So, if all I'm begging WWE is, if you do bring Oba up, if you do bring Trick up, don't treat them like they mediocre, bro, please. Because this is not that. This is not that, man. Now, I do kind of like what they're doing with the Miz and Melo a little bit because of what Pretty Deadly said to the Miz, where they were like, bro, you've had so many tag team partners over the years. Like, bro, you just chose the next hot and upcoming thing. Like, I'm glad that we got to finally acknowledge on
Hmm.
TV that Melo is the hot
Right.
upcoming next thing. because yeah,
Right.
before that, I literally did not know what his plan was. I'm still sick. He about to be off this Mania card, maybe, and he still got time to
Yeah.
go, but it's looking
I mean, he might make the. They might
yeah.
make the multi-man now.
They might make the multi man. Hey, and if they make the multi man, the Miz has a crazy track record of winning.
Multi-man matches.
Yeah, multi man matches. So we'll
He
see.
just won one with damn Archie Fletcher.
That might be the reward for hard work. Who knows? But I want to see the Street Profits retain. That's just obviously. I mean, come on, bro. They deserve that. Like we can't just. I don't want to have a here damn title with them.
Right.
Like I'm not feeling that.
Yeah. No,
But I'm glad you answered that. So your trio, that's your favorite match coming into, or not your favorite, but that's what you're most tapped into
segment. Yeah.
segment. All right, my most tapped in segment, and we're gonna go. You know what? We just gonna get into it. It's the hype beast answer, and I don't care. I'm most tapped into Cena and Cody, bro. This
I knew he
this
was gonna
has
say
me
that.
so invested right now because I don't know which way they're gonna go. This is what I love about Mania. It's like WrestleMania 38. I legitimately thought, okay, no 39. I was like, damn, I don't know if Roman or Cody gonna win this first one. Roman won. I was shocked. WrestleMania 40, since the Rock idea got scrapped, I was like, I don't know if Cody gonna get it done because I think they might want to drag it out to Roman and Rock. Cody won. I was surprised. It was a good story. I enjoyed it. Now we spin back around where I'm like, okay, Cena, they not gonna give him this 17. But now that they done made this story of I'm gonna be the last real champ, I'm gonna take this to the crib. I don't know who's gonna win. I'm probably gonna be shocked either way, whoever wins. But the promo battle they had,
Mm.
there was some truths. In my eyes, there was some truths. There was some caps. There was some oh shit. And there was a little bit of surprise on my part from Cody because I was like, Cody, you know what? You stood in there. Now, regardless if people felt like your promo was weak, regardless if people felt like you made good points, regardless if people felt like you got buried, regardless if people felt like you won, you stood in there and you was throwing shots. I've seen people get in that ring with Cena with a microphone in their hand and crumble and be like, I mean, I watched my dog do it. I watched Roman do it live TV. I watched Roman do it. You know what I'm saying? So it turned them up for the better, thank God. But I've watched people crumble under that moment. Cody didn't do it. Cody didn't crumble. He took some shots. He took some shots. Pause. What did you think, Reed? Who won the promo battle? Who told the truth? Who told the caps? How you feeling?
I think it was even. Man. I think, like you said, both made good points. Both made good punchlines. Um, some of what both of them said, I'm like, because
That's a
like
stretch.
everybody's like, oh, Cena said he's too like clean. I'm like, but you could have said the same thing about Cena for 15 years.
Right.
He was too perfect. He was too pristine, too clean. He just wore jorts instead of suits.
Right.
Like he was the yes man. He was Vince McMahon's number one guy. That's a fact. So like that part, I'm like, Cena, I don't know about that one. But then even Cody is like, I'm like Cody, some of them stuff, no,
Right.
no. But
Right.
like they both were right where like when Cena was like, I make billionaires, you steal from them. Fair point.
Fair assessment.
Cody said, hey, they ain't never told me I can't wrestle. Again, fair
Fair
point.
point.
That's a fact.
I'll say fair point.
That's a fact. I
That's a
think
fair point.
I think you have to be objective about promos, and I think the problem with the discourse online is always like there's a stand group on this side. There's a stand group on
Right.
this side. Whether it's Charlotte and Tiffy or it's Bianca, Rhea, and Io, there's always going to be the fan bases arguing, and then there's that middle group that is just here just to. I just want to see something
Enjoy
good,
it. Right.
and that's how I went into it. I listened to it. I'm like, oh shit. When Cena first goes up, he says his, or when Cody says, "Oh, you gonna say this and say that," I'm like, okay, like you getting the weak stuff out the way first, makes sense. Then Cena goes. I'm like, ooh, shit. Ooh, shit. Okay, okay. I'm like, no. Then Cody goes. And the same reaction, like, ooh, shit. Okay, nah. Yeah, okay. So it's like my only thing is like you can't go into it and be like, yeah, Cena cooked, bro, or Cody cooked, bro. Like they both cooked each other at different times of the thing.
Right.
And I've seen somebody say, like, they still protected Cody. I'm like, bro, how much more could Cena have said about Cody Rhodes in that promo to where y'all feel like, oh, well, he's just protecting, bro? He said damn near everything he wanted to say. He said he was protected. He said he was too perfect. He said he was a yes man. He said he's only over because of the fans chanting his song. He said he had to leave and come back. He said that he doesn't bury talent. He is the talent. What else would you want him to say? Cody said everything that he needed to say. If anything, Cody probably didn't go as far as he could have gone, in my opinion. Like when he was like, "Oh, you still my hero," we didn't need that part. Leave that shit out of it. That shit, we don't need that. But I'm like, they're like, yeah, they try to save Cody at the end too with the you can't wrestle blah blah blah, and then he finished on top, so people think that he won the promo. It really don't matter. They both they both went out and said what they wanted to say. The crowd was oohing and ahhing for both sides. That's really all that matters. It really don't matter. Like, oh, they protecting Cody. I told y'all they was gonna protect Cody and all. The glaze got to stop. I'm sorry, on both sides. You got to stop glazing Cody, stop glazing Cena. Just enjoy it for what it is. I done seen too many videos, too many people reacting. Like, oh, when Cody go up, they like, but when Cena say something, oh my god, oh! I'm like, all
I
right,
was
bro.
lit on both
Like,
sides, right? So I was lit when Cena told Cody like, yeah, when I brought the spinner belt in, everybody was hating. Everybody said
mm-hmm,
this ain't a real championship. You come in, you know what I'm saying, taking money from the kids, and you was my damn chauffeur, like my chauffeur. You was in catering, bruh, and now you the
mm-hmm,
champion. So me
mm-hmm,
seeing you with that belt makes me sick. I was like, okay,
mm-hmm,
that could make sense, right? Because I mean, old heads really be doing that in everyday life. We see old
they really
NBA
do.
players hating on the new gen hoopers. We see old
Yes.
NFL players hating on the new. This makes sense that
Mm-hmm,
a prominent goat coming back and hating on a newer generation. That obviously Cody looked like he could be a goat in his own right because I mean he's
mm-hmm,
stupid over, bro. Like there's no way he's stupid
mm-hmm,
over, good in ring. He could be a potential WWE, you know what I'm saying, man's for a minute if he choose to. It makes sense. So I enjoyed that part from Cena. I also enjoyed Cody when he was like, "Hey, bruh, don't act like shit was all sunshines and rainbows when you was here at the top. You can't act like that." I was like, you know what? As a Cena fan, if you're a real Cena fan, you can agree with Cody. Because if you're a real Cena fan, there wasn't always times where you felt like Cena needed to get the dub. I've sat on this pod where I
mm-hmm.
said when CM Punk was red hot, I want to CM Punk to get the dub. He deserved that. When I felt like I was upset when John Cena backdoored Ray. I was like, damn, that's tough. That shouldn't have happened. There was times where
Nexus.
Nexus was a little different. I was a kid. I genuinely hated them. They jumped my man's bad. I was like, do what you need to do, handle that. But as you get older and you realize how that happened and how that went down in the backstage, that shouldn't have happened. So,
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like Cody didn't even get to that. He
right,
didn't even really touch on the fact that Cena done politics in the past to really like. I think Cena tried to say that Cody had done that since he had came back.
right.
Cody really could have said, "Motherfucker, that's what you did for 20 years."
I learned from
Like,
you. That's really all
and
he
I
had
would
to
have been
say.
like, "What happened to this guy?" I'd have looked at Wade Barrett. Hey, Wade, how you feel about John Cena? I'd have looked. I'd have started naming names like, "Damn, what about so and so? Oh, why did so and so have to leave? Why did so and so? Why did Bobby Lashley leave at first? Why did Batista end up leaving? Why does so and so like? You could really go down the line. You
Right.
can't really do that with Cody.
Right.
So like he could say that like, oh, you politicking backstage, but it's like who he out? Who is he politicking to get out?
Right.
He ain't
Only
even
thing
he.
that he,
If anything,
only thing.
if anything, he politicking to get people in.
Right.
He brought
Only
it. He
thing
helped Jay get in. He helped Ricky Starks get in. He
the only
brought
thing
MJF to
he
AEW.
politic was the WrestleMania event last year. That's the only thing that he kind of forced his hand with. But at the end of the day, he felt like he earned that. So he just going for what he earned. So I'm not really tripping on Cody. The only thing where I was like, what could I say? The only thing where I agree with Cena was like when he was telling Cody, everything that they give me, I turned into something, which is true. Everything that he got, we was tuned into it. Now we had no
Even
choice but
John
to tune into
Laurinaitis.
it. All right, we had no choice but to tune into it. It was right in front and center. We was gonna see Cena regardless whether we liked it or not. But
That's a
as
fact.
far as him going up against the Snitskys of the world and having feuds with those type of yeah, you made something work, my brother. I'm not mad at you. But this is the kicker for me. And I was telling my homie at work, or ex work, because he was watching it with me at work, of course. Um, he was like, "Yeah, bro, Cena was on that. Like, it was bad people." But I turned around and I told him Cody could do the same thing. Like Cody, he could make nothing out. Like, it's just when you a top dog, that's what you can do. So it's not really a
Mm,
flex that you made something out of nothing with these people, bro. I've watched Seth
yeah,
Rollins do that for years. I watched Roman do that in some capacity for years. I even watched CM Punk do that for years. Like, if you a top dog, that's what you. Matter of fact, let's do something else. I watched Drew McIntyre do it this whole year.
yeah.
So if you really like that, that's something that you just gonna have to take under the
Kevin
mantle.
Owens.
Right. So it's like
Whatever
back
you give
then,
him, they gonna make it look good.
that was a thing. That was a oh, you can give him anybody and make it look good. That's what made stars
Mm-hmm.
back in the day. Now, bro, that's a
Mm-hmm.
requirement.
Yeah,
Like it's a requirement now.
yeah.
What do we mean? So they both definitely cooked. That's what wanted to come on here and say. It was even, folks. Folks at home, it was even, and that was a traditional wrestling promo where I was like,
Mm-hmm.
damn, I don't know what's finna happen at Mania.
Right.
Like Cody stood tall, but y'all know what that means usually. At,
Exactly.
so I don't know, man. That's what I'm most tapped into right now at the moment. That's probably my favorite thing picking up. But there are some honorable mentions, and we got time to more than gladly talk about it. So let's switch up. And since we on the heat of promos, let's talk about last night. Let's talk about Miss Stratton. Let's talk about Charlotte. There was a lot of discourse around it. Um, I don't know, Reek. How did you feel, bro? I don't know how. I mean, I feel like I feel how I feel, but you might not be feeling that.
I loved it.
There we go. He's a demon. He's a demon. He's
Well,
a demon.
because look, Charlotte has done this so many times where she's just gone out and gone off book, gone off script.
Right.
Fuck it, I'm gonna do it too.
Right.
Like the last time she went off script, everybody said, "Damn, she cooked Tiffany. She made Tiffany look like a rookie." Bet that. So you want
Right.
to do that shit again when the crowd is booing your ass so loud that you can't remember what the fuck you supposed to say? That's because that's what happened. Tiffany went. Tiffany went. Charlotte's supposed to give her a rebuttal. The crowd booed her out the fucking building.
They did.
Every time she tried to say something, she couldn't get her words out. She couldn't figure out what she was trying to say. She said,
Shout
"You
out
know what,
Chicago.
Tiffany? You know what, Tiffany? You go again." Why the fuck would she go again? You hadn't even said nothing yet. So she said, "Boom." She said this. Then Charlotte tried to talk over her again. She's like, "You know what? Fuck that. Once this WrestleMania shit is over, you're gonna be what you are outside of this ring, alone. What are you, 0-3?
Now, see, now this is where I was on Tiffany ass, bro. I was like, don't roll out that ring so quick.
Oh
Don't
no, she
roll out
rolled out
that ring.
quick.
Yeah, don't roll out that ring. Stand on it. Stand on that. Stand
Hell
on
no,
that.
do not stand on that because we've seen, like again, like I said, we've seen Charlotte go off book. When she
Right.
smacked Nia Jax was about to whoop her ass.
Right.
Then when she dropped the belt and tried to make Becky pick that shit up, then Nate was really about to go at it. If she stays in that ring, Charlotte might do some dumb shit, and now
Right.
Tiffany got an answer to that in the back. She said, "No, I'm gonna say what I say. I'm gonna get out the ring. I'm gonna let the crowd do their thing." Because soon as she got out the ring and started walking by the crowd went nuts. Then
They did go
Charlotte was like,
nuts.
"The wise guys are in my DMs." And the crowd was like, "Boo, that shit was weak."
That shit had me
And then
crying.
Then Kazi said he posted the video with Shawn Michaels said, "Don't flatter yourself." I said, "Oh damn,
That bruh,
no."
yeah, she better have a DM tuck. That's what I said. She better have a
Hey,
real
bro.
DM tuck. That's
Hey,
all I
AI is a
know.
real thing now, so she might be able to pull some shit out her ass. But
WWE definitely finna spin that. I already know.
when would Ludwig ever even have been around her? Because he was on Raw for the longest.
He
He's
was.
still on Raw, ain't he?
Yeah, he's still on Raw. He's still on Netflix.
Yeah. So when the fuck would they even like cross paths? Because he was in NXT and
Right.
Tiffany was in NXT. I don't know, bro. That's just funny to me that she tried to throw that shit out there real quick. Like, nah, too late.
That's what I
She
was
like
saying. Like,
she could have threw something else out there. But again, Tiffany was like, "Yo, when I was 25 or at 25, I'm a women's world champion going into WrestleMania, and you was 25, you was trying to be what she said she was.
a volleyball player and
You
drinking
was
in
a
her
volleyball
daddy
player drinking
basement.
in your daddy basement." I said, "Oh God, no,
Yeah, I was like, bro, I don't know how to feel. Like,
shit."
I really don't know how to feel because this is crazy. Like, that's one thing about WWE, bro. Like, if I'm in that ring, bro, I'm pissed. Like, I'm mad because not only can I not get a rebuttal off, bro, you in here just throwing haymakers, bro, in my life, and I gotta sit here and just be like,
Yup.
all right. I wish I knew how that went in the back. Like, I know she was probably pissed. She probably might even cried in the back. I'm not gonna lie because that probably did sting. No cap. Um,
Uh,
but she had me
boo.
weak though, right? That's what I said. The point of it is Tiffany did fight back, and I mean that's what we wanted to see because I came on here last week and I said there's levels to this, and I need to see
Hmm.
more.
Hmm.
She brought more. Now, that's what I was saying. I ain't know how you was feeling about the promo. You know what I'm saying? I was seeing people on Twitter was
Love that
like,
shit.
okay, this is childish. Like, she shouldn't have done this. Hey, man,
When
that's what
they
I said.
when everybody did that shit to MJF about his girlfriends, that shit funny, right?
Yeah, what happened with MJF and his girl?
Every time he get a girlfriend, they like close to getting engaged or they engaged and then they break off.
Oh, okay.
And every single time somebody goes and makes a joke. When Adam Cole and Britt Baker broke up, they went out instantly made a joke. But when we do it to Charlotte, it's not okay no more. Can we stop acting like these are children? It's a grown ass woman. She knew what was
Right.
gonna happen. It's a grown
I
ass woman. Yo, people only saying that shit because she went on a talk show the same day and cried.
right.
And
Which was
again, I'm not an unemotional person. I understand where she's coming from. But at the same time, this is entertainment. This is television. If you don't want it to be said, don't come out and talk about it.
right.
Or you have to make it known in the back. We not speaking on this because I know for a fact if she said we not speaking on this, Tiffany's not Tiffany's not touching that lawn.
Right.
Whether or not Charlotte goes off book, she's not touching that lawn because she understands. She I even if she's supposed to win, and even if she does win, she understands Charlotte's place in the company.
Right.
She understands Charlotte's power. So if you go out there and do something you really not supposed to do,
It's clip.
then you're done. You're cooked. So at the same time, it's like everybody else. I mean, Stephanie McMahon got the brunt of jokes for 6, 7 straight
Years.
years. Never had an issue. Everybody gets jokes. Ric Flair. I know she said she didn't want to be like Ric Flair. She didn't want to be looked at in the same light. You're not going to be looked at in the same light as Ric Flair. Let's just keep it a buck. Because the other marriages, we don't know nothing about.
Right.
We only know about Andrade. And we don't even know about that, really. We just know that y'all was together. Nobody's like when
Randy
she's in
was
the
hurt.
ring. Nobody's in the ring or when we talking about Charlotte, like, yeah, she got hella divorces. She got hella weddings. We're not talking about that shit. There's a complete difference between what the fuck Ric Flair do and what Charlotte Flair has done. Like, completely different. So for people to sit here and act like, oh my God, I can't believe she would say that. But y'all claim that Charlotte has cooked everybody, has cooked Alexa Bliss and has cooked Bianca and has cooked Becky. Every time Seth Rollins come out, somebody make a Becky joke. Every time Becky come out, somebody make a Seth joke. Bailey literally told Seth or told Becky that Seth don't even want to be with her. The only reason he with her is because they got kids. Nobody cried about that shit.
That was
Becky
nuts.
took
I'm
that
like,
shit on the chin. Like We gotta stop. We gotta stop like switching sides. Like if that's too much, then all of that shit's got to be out of wrestling. It's not too much. Motherfuckers just sensitive when it comes to certain people. When it comes to your favorite, you sensitive. That's it. If Rey Mysterio or AJ Styles or Daniel Bryan they getting a divorce, somebody's gonna talk about the shit. And I'm not about to be like, oh my god, I can't believe they would say that. I can't believe they would talk about them like that. That shit's gonna happen.
Right.
If Melo and Kalani Jordan break up, somebody's making a Kalani Jordan joke on LFG. Every time Roxanne boyfriend comes up, every time I see a clip of him, somebody's talking about Roxanne being better than him. And they not even on national television yet, and they already doing that shit to him. But we can't do that. Come on, bro. We gotta stop that shit, man. These are adults. These are not
These are adults.
15-year-olds, 16-year-olds. These are adults. You put
So
your personal life on television. This is
right.
what's gonna happen.
So what's next? Who gets the double mania?
Tiffany.
Who's yes.
Tiffany.
Clean?
Yes. Need
Clean.
that.
Need that.
Need that.
Okay.
Fuck all that.
You think Charlotte's willing to take a clean pin after last night?
If she not, get her the fuck out of here. Send her to AEW. Send her to TNA. I don't know what the fuck to tell you. But I mean, if you can't do business, you shouldn't be in the business. Same
Right.
shit happened with Austin Aries. Austin Aries didn't want to lose John Morrison. And then TNA, he took the loss. As soon as he lost, he got up, walked out. They said, bye. Never came back. If you can't handle doing business, you shouldn't be in the business. Goodbye. Straight like that. Go to AEW and let Tony Khan let you do whatever you want. But I don't think they should have her win just because she might not be willing to take the pin.
Right.
That's fucked up. That's some bullshit. If anything, that's some bullshit.
Right. I mean, we've seen that already.
Why are you better than anybody else to not be able to take a pin? Everybody done taking a pin. Why you can't take one? I mean, fuck that. No, hell no.
Hell
No.
yeah. Hell yeah.
But knowing the route they like to go with Charlotte, she probably wins because she normally beats the talent when they're younger
Right.
or when they're more inexperienced. And I think that's what they tried to make the story about is like Tiffany being younger, Tiffany wanting to be Charlotte, wanting to be a superstar, wanting to be a champion, but it's not ready to be a champion yet. I think that's the story they go with. That's what they did to Rhea. That's what they did to Oscar. They'll probably try to do it to Tiffany too. But I feel like that's just pointless.
That was kind of weak to do it to Oscar, bro. Oscar, I mean, come on, bro. She
Exactly.
was an undefeated champion
She's been
for a
doing this shit for
whole.
years and years. She was doing this shit before Charlotte even knew what wrestling was. No, I ain't gonna say we knew what wrestling was. Before she even started wrestling, Oscar was already doing this shit at a high level. So that was nuts to me. For them to be like, yeah, she wasn't ready yet. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
It's very, very exciting times. We had that promo. Like I said, we had the Cena promo. Okay, we got a lot going on still. Let's talk about a storyline that's not even at the forefront yet. All right, so Monday we saw Dom, Finn get a dub. Saw them go to the back. Finn was lit. Hey, yeah, bro, finally got a dub. I'm back up. I'm about to go talk to Adam Pearce. Need that championship match. Liv, like the song say, behind every man is a strong woman. You feel me? Told Dom, hey brother, I don't know why you smiling. You heard what he just said? You know what? I'm gonna go talk to Adam Pearce for you. So now we got a whole bunch going on. Now we got Braun, Penta. I wish AJ would have been included, but they're giving him Logan Paul.
Me too.
Um, we have Dom probably in the mix, Finn in the mix. It's looking like a fatal four-way maybe? I don't know if anybody else is in there.
Let's say throw Ludwig in there.
I'll say unless they throw Kaiser in there. I was trying to think what he was doing on Monday.
Ludwig and Sheamus are like the only ones that they could throw in there and make it 6 minutes. But we haven't seen Sheamus in a minute. So.
In a little minute. And everybody's on Twitter talking about something. I don't understand it.
I'm sorry. I got love for Sheamus. Ain't nobody asking for that shit in 2025. I'm sorry, bro. We good on that.
Yeah.
That's 2020 he hasn't won. Okay. Now everybody need a big Grand Slam champion game.
Everybody don't need.
If everybody a Grand Slam champion, then the shit not special.
Right.
Like, we good. Bro. We're good. We're good.
So obviously we know you want Dom to win the multi-man match. No question. But let's say Dom does win. What's next for
Hmm.
Braun? What's next for Dom?
Hmm.
I'm assuming Finn will be his first challenger off rip. Um,
I, uh,
what's next for everybody involved?
could you could you see them moving Braun to SmackDown if he loses, or do you think he stays on Raw?
I think he goes to the main title picture if he loses, regardless of
So,
what show.
but if he's on Raw, that would mean he's going after like Punk, Cody, Cena, Reigns. If he goes to SmackDown, it's like Jay, who he's already had beef with, Gunther, who they have NXT history,
Right.
and then guys like Mello, if they ever move him up. But then you got Priest, McIntyre.
We
So
can't say that for sure though, because the moves ain't happened. So we don't know.
exactly,
We don't know.
just
Like Punk could stay. I mean, I don't. Or
speculation.
yeah, with everything could stay the same. But if
Hmm.
even if it does stay the same, yeah, bro, leave him on Raw. I mean, leave him on Netflix because eventually these guys are gonna have to phase out. You
Hmm.
might as well. You already built him as a world beater, bro. You might as well use him, even if he's not
Right.
winning. At least make him a threat. Like there was guys on the main roster like way back when we were kids, when we were like a Umaga. Umaga was never about to be world champion for real,
Hmm.
but he was like there was always a fear that he could something
Hmm.
like that. Even when y'all not ready to put the strap on him, still make him crazy, bro. Like already. I mean, we got Ilya coming back. That's what I'm saying. Ilya probably going to SmackDown off rip because of
Yeah.
everything that's taking place.
Right.
Um. So yeah,
Man,
bro.
he go
Like
to
you can't.
SmackDown. My nigga Mello gonna be like, "What the fuck?"
Right, but that's what I'm saying. You can't force all the youngins over to SmackDown to try to make
Yeah.
a lane for them to be a champion, bro. Make them beat somebody
Yeah.
to be a champ. Like
Right.
it's fine if Braun beats
Mhm.
Punk. I'm not crying about it. It
I'm
can
good with it.
happen.
It makes sense.
Punk not keeping up with that. So like,
Hell no.
so it's like, bro, yeah, it's
And he not
possible.
kicking out one of them spears. He kick out one of them
Yeah,
spears. I'm gonna be pissed.
you know he kicking out one of them
Cause
spears.
he
My
hit, he
lord,
hit his old ass on one of them shits. It's a wrap.
it's
He
gonna
might
hurt.
be jello.
It's gonna hurt. Have them beat somebody, and I'm fine with that. You got to build your stars. I mean, it's cool. Now, like I said, the Discord is gonna be nasty behind it.
Mhm.
But in 5 years, y'all gonna look back and be like, damn, Braun resume crazy, bro. Braun resume
Yeah.
crazy.
They gotta treat Braun like young Brock.
Right.
Brock 03, 04. That's what we need to see from Braun Breaker. Go out.
He
If he's
already
not the
doing it.
champion, he goes out, he just wrecks shit. And you just put him on the stage to show his physical attributes every single week. Because even when Brock wasn't the champion in like 03, 04, he was still going out and doing wild shit. He was either going out F5 in Big Show, or he was going out and he was doing some crazy,
Right.
like showing how fast he was or showing how
Sometimes
athletic
they
he
would even
was in
throw a
some
jobber out
way.
there, bro. Like,
Exactly. To keep showing like, okay, this dude, he may not be the champion right now, but this dude is different than everybody else. And you have to see that weekly, and then that anticipation for him every week grows, 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 grows.
right.
They already did it a little bit when he first came in, and then he was like, "All right, y'all ain't giving me no competitors," and he was just going out and just fucking everybody up. And now they just every time we come out. You got to keep building that shit up. You got to keep building that shit up. So when he does get in the ring with the Seth Rollinses, with the Roman Reigns, with the Cenas, the Punks, he's not overmatched in terms of the popularity, because that's always going to be the thing that people use as a barometer. Is like, okay, if you put them both in the same ring, what are the
Right.
chants like? What's the crowd sound like? Is it all Punk? Is it all Rollins? Is it all Roman? Is it 60-40? Is it 70-30? Like those things matter. I don't know how much they matter to Triple H sitting in the chair, but to the consumer, it might matter to where they're like, all right, well, this dude's still getting all the cheers when they're in the ring. So how are you gonna put the belt on this guy when they was in the ring? He got all the cheers. So it really, you got to build him up the right way, in my opinion. You got to build him up like
Yeah.
young Brock, because that's really what he is. Like SmackDown Brock might be one of the best I've ever seen. Like, nah, actually, he might be young. Like 03, 04 Brock might be the best athlete I've ever seen in WWE. Like shit he
I
was
can
doing
say
was
so.
was crazy.
I can say so because I mean, bro, he was doing moonsaults. Like I think I'm.
Yeah,
Come on, bro, he's cracked out of his
he
head.
did a
Now,
fucking shooting
Braun,
star press.
straight up, bro. Like, what are we talking about? Like, I feel like with
And that was his finisher when he was at OVW.
the shooting star press, it's nuts.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like
Because
with
when he tried to do it against Kurt, or he tried to do it
yeah,
against
and
Kurt,
yeah,
and they were
no,
like, no. But he had done it a bunch before then.
yeah, he's nuts. I feel like that should exactly be the same route, and they was literally on that
Mm-hmm.
for a while, like you said, they was on that for a while. But yeah, bro, you got to put him against competition. You literally have to put him up against competition because if you
Yeah.
sit back and wait and wait and wait and wait, then you're gonna need another star. Same thing what they did with
Mm-hmm.
Roman. Bro,
Yeah.
they launched Roman to the moon, and then we had to wait until a worthy person came along to. I mean, now I
Mm-hmm.
feel like there was worthy people on the way. Like you could have gave it to Drew at
Mm-hmm.
Clash of the Castle. You
Yep.
didn't. But you could have gave it to Seth again if you really wanted to. You didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Could have given it
so
to Sammy, Jay.
we waited. We waited for a long time,
Yeah.
and it created a megastar. Cody's here now. Same thing with
Yep.
Braun. Same thing with Braun. You put him in the pot early. You put it. I call it the crock pot method. Put him in the pot early. Come back 7 hours later. You got yourself a nice dinner. That's just how we. That's how we doing it. But I don't think we should duck around because that's doing. They do that a lot. We're gonna duck around
Mm-hmm.
and move them here so they don't. Let's stop
Mm-hmm.
doing that, bro. Like I miss having world beaters. I miss Friday night Teddy Long being like, Brett, you going against the Undertaker. You know what I'm saying? You going against the Undertaker, or you better go see Batista. Like, bro, we don't really
Mm-hmm.
got that no more. But the closest thing now is Jacob Fatu, but they don't even do it with Jacob Fatu yet. Like,
Yeah.
you got to go see Jacob. They try to do it with
Yep.
Braun Strowman. I'm tired of
Yeah.
that. I'm not gonna lie,
Yeah.
cause
I'm
like,
glad he
bro,
beat him last night. Can we move past that? I'm so tired of that shit.
yeah, it's not 2016, bro. Like at first,
It's not.
it was like okay. At first, it was like okay, he's huge, he's going crazy. But now it's like, bro, Braun
I wasn't even
cool,
feeling
but
that shit then. I was like, nah, we good on that game.
we need more world beaters. Like we need more intimidating figures in wrestling, bro. Like I get it. Like there was like for every hero I had in wrestling, there was always a guy I'd absolutely despised, and there was always a
Yeah.
guy where I didn't want my favorites to see him.
I
It's
think the main thing they have to do with Braun is figure out if they want him to be a face or a heel.
yeah, that's the next evolution right there.
Because it'll be once you know what he is, it's easier to make non-title feuds
Right.
with him. Because you can put him in while Cena and Punk or Cena and Cody if they go to Raw and Braun stays over there. While they go back and forth, whatever they're doing with their story, you can throw him in there with a Seth. You can throw him in there with a Punk and keep that going for a few months to keep him up there in that category. But it's like, is he doing it as a face or is he going up there as a heel? And that changes a lot in
Right.
terms of what you got him doing. And then even if he goes to SmackDown, like
So, what
you
would you
got it.
like to
You have to get his character.
what would you like to see him be?
Honestly, don't mind him as a good guy. I think the crowd is gonna be for him anyway, just because of his style and what he's able to do in the ring. But I also think it would depend on what show he's on. Like I feel like if he's on SmackDown with a Gunther and an Ilya and a Mello, like Ilya is a natural born face. Gunther is a natural heel. Mello, I know he can do both. Like I think he was good as a face in NXT, but he's been more of a natural heel with his character at least.
I loved him
So
as
he
a
would probably
face,
have to be
bro.
a face. I did too. I loved him as a face just because he did some like John Cena like things. Like he would come to certain cities, he'd wear their colors. He he had the match in LA. Came out with the Lakers colors, had the Titantron and Lakers colors. Like I feel like there's a lot of places you can go with Braun and Melo both being a face, but I don't think you can have too many of them at the same time. So that's really the question is like a lot of these questions really can't get answered until after the draft. because then that's when we'll know, or that's when we can at least try to give a direction of what we feel like, where we feel like things should go in terms of character work and stuff like that. But it's hard to tell right now because you really don't know what the landscape is going to be after WrestleMania.
And that's the unfortunate part about it all. If we could jump forward and tell y'all, that would be
Right.
nice. But we just can't. We just can't. I would love for Braun to be a face as well. I think he would be a good face, but not just like your typical face, like
Hmm.
John Cena superhero type face. I need him to be
Hmm.
a face with some ruthlessness behind
Yeah.
him. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm a good guy, but I'm not finna tolerate no disrespect. Like, we
Kurt
can
Angle
take it
type
there.
shit.
Right, we can take it there. We can definitely take it there.
Undertaker was a face for most of his career too.
Right, and he was damn scary as hell. So it's like you can do it. You just got to make the effort to do it. I feel like
Yeah.
wrestling has became so. Uh, it's not as dark as it was when we were younger. I mean, there was some
Hmm.
pretty crazy stuff going on when we was younger, but I just feel like there's they could put a little bit more responsibility on the wrestlers. Like they
Yeah.
could to take advantage of their moments. Like they do kind of, but not really. Everything's kind of set. It's a movie, bro. It's a movie. It feels like a movie now compared to back
Yeah.
then. Like the good thing about back then was yeah, it was scrambled and we didn't always know what we were gonna get. Like we had one main storyline, but most of the
Hmm.
time the talent, the younger like the Tyson kids, like yeah, we got to see them on TV kind of rock out a little bit. So
Yeah.
I mean yeah, let people make their own character, bro, and just let the fans decide if we rocking with it or not. That's kind of what I'm
I
at.
agree. I agree.
So we got more WrestleMania stuff, and we talked about all promos. We got one more big promo, one more big segment. I feel like, or maybe two more big segments. But let's go ahead and talk about this favor, man.
Mm.
I like, I like it. I like it, bro. I like it, bro, because it was always. I like it. I'm not even gonna trip. The way they did it was low key like it was perfect in my eyes, bro. Like
Yeah.
Roman being out there first, you know what I'm saying, doing his typical thing. Thank me, thank me
Hmm.
because of this. You know what I'm saying? Because of me, this happened. Which you know what I'm saying. The funny part about it is like when Roman talks and you're like, bro, this motherfucker, like he's so arrogant, bro. But he probably
Hmm.
not capping, bro. Like they probably did come up to him in the back and was like, yeah, we could probably get Punk back. You know what I'm saying? Like, but we don't know how you probably gonna feel. He's probably like, more money for me. Go ahead, let it rock. So it probably something probably went down like that. You never know. Who knows? But he was out there first. You know what I'm saying? CM Punk needed me for this. CM Punk needed me for that. And I love how he was like, let's hear what this favor is. Let's come out. In pure typical fashion, Seth came out trolling. And I was like, oh yeah. And like, even when I heard the music, I was like, oh, damn. He finna come out here and go crazy. I was like, he finna come out here and go
Hey,
crazy.
bro, that music acid hit the foot,
Yeah. Like, it always get me though, but I was like,
and
oh,
the funniest part about it is the crowd started singing his song before Roman even said like CM Punk get your ass out here or whatever. Like Roman was like finishing up his promo, and you could tell he was getting to the end of it, and he was like, "Whoa, whoa," and then I was like, "Yeah, his that music
because
for
WWE
sure
thought they
about
was
to hit."
slick. They talk about some Roman Reigns making an appearance, CM
And
Punk making
CM
an
Punk
appearance.
advertised.
I'm like, Seth,
Y'all know Seth is pulling up.
Seth is in the building somewhere. He just be
You
having
know
some.
Seth is there.
I love his gimmick. I'm not gonna lie. He had me crying. Like even when Paul was standing outside, he got out the Tahoe. I was like, this man is trolling, bro. Like he just be trolling. Now, I
He be
like
having
the
too
added
much
later.
fun. I love that shit though.
Right. I love the added later that they added with him, where they're like, where he was like, look, man, I just want to watch it. You know what I'm saying? I just want to watch everything's about to happen. You know what I'm saying? I've been trying to tell you. I love the dynamic that they're trying to play. Where Seth is like, I've been trying to tell you this dude is a danger. You
Hmm.
are not taking this serious, bro. You're not taking him
Hmm.
serious. You think this is just another payday. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Bro, he really a cancer, bro. He really a threat. You know, we finally got to see Punk come out in Chicago. Always my favorite thing to watch when Punk is in Chicago. No cap.
Yeah.
Got to come out. Started telling a sentimental story. And Paul, bro, Paul switched sides. Oh my God, not gonna lie. But the funny part about it is, was Seth on the roast. Like, I was like, I told you, bro. Like, I told you. Like, they really brothers for real, bro.
Hey, that
Like,
nigga, he rolling on the floor. He on the ground like,
he like, bro, I told you, bro. Like, I told you. And Roman just like, bruh, I can't believe that, bruh. Like, Roman had me crying. Do you not understand? He loved me. I saved him. And I was like, hey, you can,
he need me.
you like,
I said, oh, he's cooked.
he had me
I said,
crying,
Roman,
bro.
you're cooked.
He said, it's the looks for me, bro. Bro, you crying? You better tell him no. That's why heavyweight. It's not like my mama talking to me. You better tell him no. Bro,
He like,
tell him.
I'm gonna give you one more chance. Tell his ass no. And he started looking around.
Oh
I
my.
can't do that, my tribal chief. Tell you. He started rubbing on his shoulder and shit. He
He took that. He took
took his
that
handkerchief
flower.
out.
He took that off. You don't deserve that, bro. Give me that. Took his chain like Ti. Give me that, bro.
That shit, man.
The sale. We gotta give Roman his flowers for the sale on the GTS. It had me rolling. Bro had the arm behind the back like prime Peter Griffin fighting that chicken. I was like, oh, he's selling. I I love it, bro. Like, it's a good story. I feel like, I mean, did we wait long for the favor? We did. Was it a good
Yeah.
callback? It was.
Yes.
I'm
All right.
curious. But
I thought you were
I
gonna
mean,
say but.
no, in my eyes, but favor weak as hell. In my eyes, favor weak as hell.
I
It's
feel that.
fulfilling. It's fulfilling a
I feel that.
promise. I get
I
it.
feel that.
You're right. It was a good callback. I felt like it was
Mm-hmm.
more of a scramble. I'm not gonna lie. I felt like it was more of a scramble. But
Lucky.
great. You know what I'm saying? Good save, good callback. Fine. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? People may not agree with
It
me.
worked out well.
It worked out because in my eyes, I was like, when I was listening, and like I said, folks, this is the great thing about wrestling. Maybe you don't agree at home. Maybe Reek not even
Mm-hmm.
agree with me. But while I was sitting there watching, and I saw Roman in the middle of the ring, and he was like, "What's this favor anyway? Like, what is this favor?" I'm like, "All right, so now we're finally gonna get into what this is. Like,
Mm-hmm.
now we're doing it now." And for him to be like, "Yeah, I want you to be in my corner at Mania." Like, bro, what do you? In my head, I was like, how Roman said the N word in that promo set. Man, what do you gain from that? I was like, what do you gain from having?
That nigga said, you must be sleeping under a rock or something, nigga.
Man, that's why I'm trying to hit my. I'm trying to cut down on that on the pod. But bro, what do you Punk? What do you gain? Like, what do you gain? Like, I
You
mean,
don't gain nothing from that.
you ain't even getting the. I mean, now,
Because Paul might have done that regardless. That's the thing.
right?
You could have tricked Paul Heyman. You could have turned him. You could have turned Roman against him or him against Roman. Brock did it. Now
Right.
it was a plan for Roman and them, but if anybody could have done it, it would have been Paul. I just feel like there's no way that they like Paul Heyman was like, yeah, I need you to go help them in the war games. And Punk was like, all right, but if you do it, I need a favor. And when he first thought like, oh, now I have a favor, he said, yeah, I'm gonna take you for WrestleMania so that you walk me down at the main event. There's just no way. There's just no way that was the favor, bro.
That's what I'm
There's just
saying,
no way
bro.
that was the favor.
That like, bro, you gain nothing because in my eyes, bro, even with Paul in your corner, you still got a chance to lose. You're not even getting guaranteed nothing. Nothing, bro. You're not getting
Yeah,
guaranteed nothing. So in
yeah.
my eyes, now this is the only thing that I could see in my head. Now the line that stood out to me the most was, Paul, you may be gone, but whenever you main event WrestleMania, force them to deal with us. Now that line stuck out with me
Hmm.
because he said, Roman, now I'm forcing you. Eventually, in my head, I'm thinking it's going to be a time where they're forcing The Rock to deal with them. Or they're forcing Cena to deal
Mm,
with them. That's the only
mm.
thing that my head can maybe wrap around. But if
Yeah.
this is
It
it,
has to be more than just a one night thing.
that's what I'm saying. He has to stay, and that's what I meant by like if Roman's not gonna be back to the summer,
Hmm.
Heyman's definitely running a course with Punk. They're definitely finna turn that
Yes.
up.
Yeah.
So it's just like in my head, bro, what's left for Roman? Like Jay might be a champion.
Hmm.
Jimmy, Jimmy's doing this. He's trying to find his grooves in singles. Sammy off the grid. Bro, your family's gone. Paul's finna be gone. Roman has said in the past, if there is no Paul, there is no tribal chief. What's next for my guy? Another character change? Or what is finna happen with my dog? Is he gonna try to is he gonna reflect? What is I don't know what's gonna
Has
happen.
to. He has to.
He has to reflect.
I've been saying this shit for a year now, damn near. I feel like he has to. He has to
I've
because
been
look,
pushing it off. I've been
you
pushing it
got
off.
you got to think. Look, this is how I was looking at last night. He came out, no pyro, just walked straight to the thing. He was pissed at Paul Heyman because he didn't tell him that wasn't CM Punk's favorite. He was already mad at him. He's also mad that he left, and then like when Roman came back, he didn't come back with him. When we finally seen Heyman again, who was he with? Punk. That shit pissed him off. So all these things that he's looking at, he's like, "Oh, this is some bullshit." He's got to realize, damn, I done lost everybody at some point, whether it
Right.
was my fault or not. He lost Seth at the beginning. That wasn't his fault, but he lost Seth. Then he came back. They figured that shit out. He lost Dean Ambrose. His ass left, like left the company. Then him and Seth had another falling out because he switched up the way that he was. Now, granted, at the same time, at the same time that Roman was the tribal chief, Seth was over there taking people's eyeballs out. Let's keep it a buck now.
Yeah, yeah. Ray was
Seth
definitely
ain't no saint, but he lost that. Then Cody told him, "You're going to lose everyone."
a chief without a
He
tribe.
lost Jay, he lost Jimmy, he lost Sammy. He got them back, but he never really got them back the way that
Fully
he should
gave
have.
them back.
The only one that was like fully in was Jimmy, and Jimmy was always going to be fully in. Jay was like, "It's a one time thing. Once I'm done with this, I'm back on my shit." Sammy, we saw him at the Rumble. He still got love for Roman, so it makes sense. The Heyman one is the one that has to make him
Gonna sting.
look and be like, "Fuck," because he gonna make people are gonna make it seem like the brains behind everything that Roman did for the last 5 years was because of Paul Heyman. Even though Roman said, "I saved him," you could you could turn and say Heyman saved him
Right.
because he was in purgatory. He was in that influx with the fans for years and years and years.
Right.
I'm just saying, at a certain point, it's gotta look like, damn, I ain't got nobody. And he like, boom. But you need to bring this shit back. And he's gotta be like, okay, this is where I fucked up. It's the same thing with Rhea Ripley. The
Right.
same thing that Rhea Ripley did a couple weeks ago after she lost the belt to Io. They didn't they put it on TV and she hasn't had that conversation yet on TV. But I'm hoping that's the route they go after WrestleMania. Rhea is already feeling that way. Roman has to have that shit, that bulb go off because if he thought what Solo and Jacob Fatu and Tama and Tonga and them was doing, what you think Cena and The Rock about to do?
What you think?
They
Why?
might go OD for real, and then he really got to come back and try to get people to help him. How many people are you gonna need to help you? How many people are gonna be willing to help?
Automatically, Cody is the one that comes to mind. But even Cody could be like, bro, look, you left me out to dry with them. Like you left me out bad. You know what I'm saying? You told me it was a one time thing. Don't come spin back and say you need me now. And this is my favorite part of this story. And this is what and this is and this is what I love the most. I think at the end of all of this, Seth and Roman somehow will be back realigned. Not tagging,
Mm-hmm.
not none of that. They'll be
Mm-hmm.
realigned again because Seth is that little devil and angel on Roman's shoulders. Like he either love
Mm-hmm.
him or he hate him.
Mm-hmm.
There is no in
Yep.
between. So I in this situation be feeling like Seth has so much love for him. Like that's the kind of what I'm getting at. Like Seth, you
Mm-hmm.
gotta care for somebody if you keep warning them about the same thing and you haven't given up. Clearly he ain't giving up on Roman because he keep telling him,
Yep.
bro, you're underestimating him. You know
Mm-hmm.
the danger. And every time he's like, this is why I gotta keep screwing you because of this attitude right here. I wouldn't have to do this
Mm-hmm.
if you wasn't being you right now. And that's that
Yep.
line right there. I was like, okay, Roman,
If you
you
would
go
just
self
listen.
reflect. Yeah, you go self reflect. You do this. Now Roman be spitting on Seth too. Like sometimes, like when he was telling him about
Yeah.
loyalty last night. Like, bro, you're just untrustworthy. Like every time
Yeah.
I
You
trust
ain't
you,
never. You don't know what loyalty is, bro.
yeah, you go behind somebody back every time. Like, I wish Roman would have brought this up last night with Seth. I wish he would have been like talked about the loyalty. I wish he would have been like, bro, you helped Cody last year beat me, and the first thing that you did was turn around and be like, what you deserve. That's what I would have went at. I'd have been like, bro,
Mm-hmm.
you talking about you deserve your title back, or you deserve a chance because you helped. Like, that's the first thing you go to. You didn't do it all at the love of the game. You just didn't do it. But
Mm-hmm.
that's neither here or there. But that's the end goal for Roman and Seth for me. Like, I feel like it's been long enough we seen them go on this hate train. Bring them boys back together at least once. Because even with Shawn
But
Michaels and
see, the
Triple
way
H,
I look at
but
it, the way I look at it is they're the standard bearers of WWE now. They're the
right,
guys. Like it was Cena, it was Randy Orton, it was guys like Edge, it was Triple H and Shawn at one point, it was Rock and Austin at one point, it was Undertaker at one point. For the last 6, 7, 8 years, it's been Roman and Seth.
right.
So depending on how far Cena and The Rock take this shit, like I don't know if they just leave that and it's just Cena, but if it goes Cena, Rock, and they bring in extra people and they bring in a Drew and
Before
they
you keep
bring
going,
in
right? Before you
somebody
even
else.
keep
What's
going.
up? Hmm.
If it's just Cena at this point, I'm mad The Rock was even involved in the heel turn.
That's why I
Cena
keep
could have
saying fuck the Rock.
Cena could have done it off the strength.
That's
Cause
why I
I'm
keep
already
saying
mad that they making my
fuck it.
boy look lame, bro. Cause they was pulling up the 2011 promo saying The Rock is right. I'm pissed. Like, bro, they already got my man's looking sad. They already got my man's looking sad, bro. So they could have left my man's out of there if he not gonna be present and actually give orders around, right? Like literally.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm already confused why Travis Scott finna be there for real. Again,
That's what I'm saying. Like if they go that route and they really just start to try to take over the guys that are supposed to have put the guys that have had the company on their back for years and years. When Cena went part time, when Cody left, when Drew left, when fucking everybody that's left and come back, everybody that's been part time, everybody that's been injured, whatever. Them dudes put the company on their fucking back, and they have to look at it and be like, all right, we got to save WWE type shit.
right.
Because who else? Who the fuck else would do it?
That's that's what it sounds like, bro. It sounds like
Because
just
I now we talked about it a couple weeks ago, and I said I don't think he will, but now I could see Randy joining them
right.
with Drew because not only the Kevin Owens shit not happening throws it off, but the way that he went at Cody, like the way he like purposely like went out at Cody and was like, "Oh, I love you," all this, all this. Why?
Right.
Why of all times now? Like, and if you saying that, you could have came help me when they did what they did. Oh,
Yeah.
okay, that's the only thing is like I just want to know how far the Rock Cena thing goes. Once we see that, that's when we'll know what
Yeah.
Roman's gonna have to do. Because how long are they gonna let them run roughshod is the question. Are they gonna let them do that shit till SummerSlam, and then that's when we see, I don't know, Rock Cena, Cody, or Rock Cena, Seth Roman?
Bro, I hate that, bro. I hate how like that's one thing that I love and hate about Seth and Roman. Like I love them. They save wrestling, bro. Like for me,
Yes,
they
yes,
save wrestling for me, literally.
yes.
But now everything involves them, and it's like every story that we see, I'm like, Yeah, but one of them gotta be like, you know what I'm saying? One of them has to help. One of them has to fuck it up. One of them has to do this. And it's like, in my head, I'm starting to see now, like, WWE
Yeah.
is in great hands. But once
Mm-hmm.
Seth, Roman are gone, we're gonna be like, damn, bro.
Damn.
Like, who's next, bro? Who's gonna be that center of the universe? You know what I'm saying? That
Mm-hmm.
island of relevancy, as my dog likes to say. It's true, bro. They own an island. They own that shit, bro. Like
Yeah.
they are on it. Everything
Yeah.
has to do with it. I'm confused because like if Cena get this dub, and this ain't even no slight to Cody, it's just like Cena get this dub. It's like, yeah, Cody, bro, you by yourself, but yeah, now we really do have to wait what Roman's gonna do. We have to wait what Seth is gonna do. Whatever their mental is how the WWE is gonna be ran, literally.
Yeah.
So it's like shout out to them, but at the same time, damn, y'all handicapping me. Like, y'all handicapping me, bro. Like
Yeah.
I love it though. I'm happy. I'm happy at how this mania turned out. There's been a lot of discourse that this mania about to be weak, but I'm liking how it's turning out.
Yeah.
I
They
think it's
fucking.
gonna be fine. But I'm always excited as I am for Mania. I'm always excited for what's after. It's bad
Mm-hmm.
for me on as a fan part. Like what's after
Yeah.
this? Like
Like, all right, now what?
that's usually my favorite time. Back going into backlash is usually like where I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, I like this because feuds are ending and feuds are picking up. So, but
Yep.
Mania is where everything culminates. So I enjoy it. I enjoy it. Now, before we run out of time, I want to play these mini games, right? So we got this one. This one's fairly easy in my not easy, but fairly easy in my eyes. All right, y'all see this on the screen right here.
Ah,
All
I
right,
did see this.
so we
It's
have
easy to
release
me.
one, sign one, push one. Yeah, this one is see the push one is where I'm. It's hard for me. So we have release one between Logan Paul, Dom, and Jay. Sign one between Cope, Mox, and Lashley. And we have push one between Gable, Andrade, and Mr. Mello. Don't miss. So, Reek, starting with you. Who are you going with first under the release one?
Release Logan easily.
Right.
Goodbye. Sign Mox and then push Miller. It's easy. Like,
I had the same answers, except for my push one was different.
was it Andrade or Gable?
It was Gable. Only because Gable's
Mm,
time clock is like a
yeah,
little bit shorter than Melo's. And I
yeah, for
also
that.
feel like we got robbed of. I can put this down now.
Mm,
Hold on. We got robbed of the opportunity of seeing Gable at a world champion type level, even an
yeah,
intercontinental type level. I would have loved to see that. So
yeah.
I feel like with this new thing they're doing with the, I don't know, El Americano, I would love to see what he does with that, bro. they, I'm no, see, I only laugh because bro, that was such Vince coded. I was like, bro, trips.
It really
That
was.
that was so Vince
There's like,
coded.
is
And
this racist?
that's what I was saying. Like, I was like, bro, this is crazy what they doing. But I love it, and I want to see what he does with it. But yeah, that would be my answer for sure. I just feel like there was another thing I wanted to do. Now, if you cut one, let's see. You said release Logan, sign Mox, push.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're gonna make a story out of it, right? So let's say
Mm.
if we threw Mox in modern day WWE,
Ooh.
where would he be on the landscape of things right now? Do you think that he would be hating Punk as well? Do you think he
Yeah,
would?
because he actually hates Burn Real Life, brother.
Jesus
They
Father.
got real smoke too. It's a fatal 4-way now. It's just the original Shield storyline. Fatal
Right.
4-way, 2025.
That's crazy. So at some you don't think we would have ever got that I mean we probably would have got that triple threat at some point. But
If he
do you
came
think they would have
before
done it?
if he came before Royal Rumble, they'd have just said fuck it, triple threat. And then they gave Punk something else. I don't know what they gave Punk, but they gave something else because there is real smoke with Punk and Mox. I don't know if it's like real life hatred, but there's smoke there because every time every time Punk fucked up in AEW, Moxley was the one that had to fix it.
Right.
Like he was about to go on a vacation with his wife, Punk got suspended. He was the champion. All right, Moxley, you should come back. Then 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 Punk got hurt. Then Punk got fired. And it's like, all right, now we gotta throw out the spider again. Mox, we need you to do this. So if he were to come back, he would for sure be looking at Punk like, all right, bro, like you fucked up a bunch in the other company and they came over here and got what you wanted. That's some
Right.
bullshit. Then he looking at Seth and Roman like,
You let it.
hey man, y'all wasn't really rocking. Like I left and y'all just let me leave. Y'all
Right.
was cool. Y'all ain't really like. He could look at Seth and be like, look, you mad at CM Punk because he ain't talked to you when you left. When the last time you talked to me? Like, oh,
Mm.
see, see,
I wonder
because
if
Seth
they.
said it
I wonder if
himself.
they actually
Seth
do.
said it in an interview not that long ago. Maybe it was a couple years ago. He said they don't really talk that much no more. He said like they're still close. They still reach out to each other. They still talk about family stuff. He said, but they're definitely not as close now because they're in different companies and stuff like that. He's like, yeah,
Right.
we don't talk as often as we used to. So I'm like, that's something that if he were to come back, hey, you mad about Punk? We was closer. We was together 2
Yeah.
years, and then even longer than that, we had a story. We was together for a year after that with our storyline where we was going at each other, and then we was back together as a Shield again a couple of different times. Like, all right, now
Yeah.
Seth, you looking a little hypocritical here. And then
And that's the thing about it. They all
New
do.
Mox and Roman, that would just be fun as hell to see.
And you know he talking
Like
cash.
those two characters. You're like, oh, you left, got got you a little body. Now you think you some shit.
Hey, that boy Mox swole now.
Swole as hell.
No cap.
Roman ain't talking shit like he was when they was in the Shield.
Yeah, I say he swole. He a little swole now. He crazy. He crazier. Honestly, that boy is out here.
Facts.
No cap.
Nah, that's a fact.
So I enjoy it. I felt like there was one more, but I cannot find it right now. So if there's anything that you want to get off your chest when we wrap this up, Rick, you let me know.
I got one thing,
Yeah, because
or
we definitely
at least one thing. Actually, I got a few things if I
okay.
can remember.
Oh,
We
we
got
didn't even
eight.
talk about the main thing. Forgot. Go
We
ahead.
got Dynasty tomorrow.
Okay.
I think it's tomorrow. Let's see, it's tonight or tomorrow. Let me look. I think it's April 6th, so I think it is tomorrow. Or no, maybe 5th. I can never remember because they be switching whether or not they want to do it. It is tomorrow. Damn, them Sunday pay-per-views. We gotta stop that shit, man. Um, hopefully Swerve get the belt back. I saw that Darby Allin is
Starting to climb.
starting his climb from Mount Everest in like 10 days, 11 days. Something like, and they said that could take like 2 months. So bro wouldn't even be back until June. That's that's cooked. Um, can't wait to see Tony Storm, Megan Bayne. I like what they're doing with Mercedes Moné right now.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing like different character work with her and Harley Cameron. Athena popped up, so I'm interested to see what they do with that. Now I'm also interested to see what they do with MJF and the Hurt Syndicate. I like that stuff too. But what I really wanted to talk about, Mr. Booker T.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's my dog. You my dog. I promise you are. I was like 3 years old, had the little Booker T action figure. Used to call you Snugger T, brother. He was my dog. Been my dog. Still my dog. But to take, nah, I ain't gonna say take the pressure off of. To to try to frame the black talent not doing well in WWE on the black talent not being as talented, I'm not here for that shit at all. Because if you're saying that, you're also saying that about yourself.
Right. That's what
Because
I.
you had
Hold
he
on.
had his championship reigns. All them shits was in WCW for the most part. He had 5 in WCW. He had 1 in WWE. We're not even gonna talk about the fact that Triple H said people like you shouldn't be a world champion, and then you still didn't win that shit. So you mean to tell me Kofi Kingston not talented enough? Didn't get over with the fans? Because he did. Bobby Lashley, not talented enough, didn't get over with the fans? Because he did. Shelton Benjamin, didn't go over with the fans? As a heel and a face, yes, he did. Not talented enough? Yes, he was. MVP, didn't get over with the fans? They was booing the shit out his ass. I can keep going on and on.
Now that's also
Montez
another thing
Ford,
I don't like.
talented, yes. Swerve, was he talented enough? Yes. Ricochet, talented enough? Yes. Was he a great talker? No. Because you have worked around that? Yes. Let's not take the blame off of the bookers and put it onto the talent, because there's plenty of white guys that have been champions that can't even match their talent. Can't even, not even a fucking sock of their talent. But they were champions because of a look or a feel or a it factor. They ain't no fucking it factor. They just white. That was it. That was it. And that's been it. Some dudes can talk better than others. Sure. Some people can some people understand the business more. But in terms of talent, in terms of getting over with the fans, can we not act like black wrestlers just ain't been able to do that shit? Dudes like Cedric Alexander, when you give them a chance, they fucking shine. Apollo
Shout out
Crews,
my
when you give them
dog,
a chance, they fucking shine.
Charlotte legend.
When AEW gave Swerve the ball and said, "Hey, show
Do
us what you
something.
got," he turned that shit into the greatest rivalry in their history of their company. When they
And he
originally
gave
did
it to him.
Swerve and Hangman, when they did Swerve and Hangman, they didn't know that shit was gonna turn into what it turned into. They was like, "Oh yeah, let's just see what happens," and they struck gold. And why is that? Because Swerve is that damn good.
He is that
But if
good.
you don't give these people them opportunities, you'll never fucking know how good they can be. You'll never know how good Montez Ford can be if you never give him the opportunity. You'll never know how good Carmelo Hayes can be if you never give him the opportunity. You gave Miz the opportunity. I ain't never see R-Truth as a world champion. What's the difference between R-Truth and Miz? R-Truth got fans to get up and sing and rap every fucking night. What's the
Shout out
difference?
my dog, also a Charlotte legend.
I'm not here for there might not, the black talent might not just be a talented, or they might just not. Fuck no. It's not. It was never that. It was never
See,
that.
this is where I jump into this, right? Because this is where I agreed with Swerve, where I was like, yes, black talent is not treated fairly. Booker T rebutted Orton, and he was saying that Vince saying the N word is not being treated fairly. When Booker T came back and was like, I gave the okay for that. Bro, you were part of the problem.
Yeah.
You're making it okay. Bro,
Yep.
I am a at this point in time, what are we like 7, 8, 9, 10 years old? Bro, I should
Mm-hmm.
not turn on my TV, watch two black guys come out
Mm-hmm.
from Brooklyn and they tag team name be Crime Time. That is crazy, bro. That is crazy. That is crazy. I had Cena in a segment back in the day, and I remember this off the top of my head where he was feuding with, I'm pretty sure JBL at this time, where they destroyed the limo, and Cena was like, I know two good guys in mind who can help me do something real dirty if I need it to be done. Go and get Crime Time.
Yep.
They vandalizing cars. Like, bro, come on, bro. Like, come on, bro. We built as much as I love Cena, obviously. We built. Oh no, none of that. We built a megastar off black culture.
Yep.
So what are we doing? What are we doing, bro? That was so absurd of Booker T to defend that, bro. And it's like, I got a word for you, like you my dog. I got a word for you, but I ain't gonna be able to say it on YouTube, like quite literally. But you
Yeah.
cannot, you can't go around doing that, bro, in a public light. Like you can't do that, bro. And especially if you saying you love Swerve, you know what I'm saying? He could have hit you personally. Well, you could have backed Swerve. You could have backed him, and then you could have told him behind closed doors, yeah, bro, you didn't really have to mention me. I get your message, but bro, you ain't had to go out live and be like you're wrong, because now you're sending a message to the bookers. Like, okay, yeah, but I mean
Yeah.
Booker T. I mean, yeah, he's our best ambassador for this. Yeah, we know. He knows. He knows the business. He knows. No, bro, no, no. It's not right, bro. It's not right. One of the biggest stars, Trick, right now. You know what I'm saying? Trick got stupid over. I mean, let's just be honest, bro. Black talent is on the wheel. Montez Ford could be a world champion in any promotion other than WWE, which is nuts.
Yeah.
It's not fair, bro. It's not fair, but it is the world we live in.
Yep.
And my advice to anybody else out there, you know what I'm saying? Evaluate the talent with your own eyes, right? The bookers
Yep.
may not give you, you know what I'm saying, they might not give you a chance to see him, but you can see him. So if you go to a WWE event
Mm.
and you sit in the crowd live, pay attention to the main events before the show. Pay attention to them WWE speeds. You're gonna see talent that you never saw before
Yep.
in black people. It could be Hispanics. It could be anybody. I'm saying any race could be boosted better.
Hmm.
Pay attention, bro, because that's the only way you're gonna be able to get them on TV is if you
Yeah.
show support. Not what Booker T just did. That was some egregious shit, bro. That was crazy.
Yeah.
That
That
he
shit was
sat there
wild.
and did that. Like, come on,
That
bro.
shit was wild.
You know, bro. You know what type of dude Vince was, and you backing that. Come
Come on, man.
on. Yeah, I mean, I already knew. I see the way women was portrayed in WWE for so long. And you think they got respect for black people? Come on, dog. Let's be for real. We're not even treating the Caucasian women appropriately on TV, and you think they about to treat a black dude right on TV? Come on, man. That's back then. Now it's a little bit better,
Yeah.
but black people are still at the bottom of the totem pole, bro. It just is what it is, and it's sad, bro. It's sad. It's not deserved.
Yeah. You have to work like we always say, you gotta work twice as hard to get the same amount of opportunity. Naomi, Jade, Bianca, they have to get cheers, loud responses weekly
Right.
to get on TV, to get to their spot. They have to prove every week, hey, we're this damn good. The crowd loves us
Right.
this much, or the crowd
It
hates me
don't
this
even
much
sit right
because
with
of
me
how
where
good
like
we are.
it don't even sit right with me that when I'm watching streamers react to segments, Bianca come out and it's like, bro,
Yeah,
why? Like, why?
yeah,
What the fuck you
yeah,
mean? Why? Bro, your favorite wrestler
yep,
is John Cena. Bro, she is the female version of John Cena, bro. She said it herself. That's what she wants to be portrayed as. She don't want to go heel because, like, yeah, she does a lot of make a wishes. She does a lot of that stuff, bro.
yep.
She's literally, she's bruh in a black woman's form. Also, international crowds. Bianca is booed
Mm,
every single night in an
yeah, that shit
international
was pissing
crowd.
me off.
And I'm like, bro, this is gross, bro. This is nasty.
Yeah,
Why?
yeah.
And you want to know
They're
why?
cheering for EO and Rhea, but booing her every single night.
Every single night. And
What's
it's
up with
not
that?
even because of like it's not even because of that. It's because of how black people portrayed in general.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So bro, Book T, cut the shit, bro. Let's be honest. A lot of people rock with you, but cut the shit, bro. I'm not feeling that.
hmm,
I'm not feeling that
yeah.
at all.
Especially
You
with
shouldn't be
it
feeling that
with
at all.
the way they have you being on commentary every week, talking
Right.
about women the way you do. Like,
Come on,
why
bro.
would you want? Never mind. I'm not
Come
even
on,
gonna
bro.
go.
It don't make
No.
sense, bro. It doesn't make sense. Like, come on, man. You just got rated one of the worst TV commentators on TV, bro.
Yep.
On TV. Me and Reek gave you your flowers on this show, saying that's cap,
Yep.
not even close to it. But
Right.
hey, bro, you not even being respected in commentary. You wasn't respected as a wrestler. You're not being respected in commentary. You and the crazy part is you're in the same business. You're in the same business. Matter of fact, you have your own promotion,
Yep.
and we don't even get to hear about it. How is that not? We get to hear about what movies The Rock making. We get to hear about what movies Cena's making. We get to hear about everybody else's little side gigs. We don't even know nothing about your side promotion. I get it, it's wrestling. It could be looked at as competition, but bro, you're a legend.
Mm.
You're a legend. They don't got a problem
They
calling
do
you when
not
they need
treat
a
you as such.
coach.
They do not treat you as such.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like I said, they don't got a problem whenever they need you to be a coach on one of them shows. But damn, what's your incentive, gang? You still on NXT commentating. Maybe you like to do it, but what's your incentive?
And really, they only choosing you because they got to have a little bit of diversity in there. You can't have four white coaches because they had Mickey, Taker, Bubba. You can't put another white dude up there. So you got to put in like the closest dude we can find that is considered a legend that is still with the company or still is in good standing at least is him.
Hey, man, the definition of insanity is keep doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. It's literally the definition.
Yep.
You sat in that business, you allowed these things to happen over and over and over and over, and now, bro, you wrapped up in your own delusion. That's sad. That's sad, bro. It's quite sad. Like I said, we still support you. You still our dog, but we need you to wise up about it. Yes, you
Yep.
knocking Swerve for going on Vlad TV. I'm glad Swerve went on Vlad TV. Expose them, bruh. We need all of them, all of the people that's holding our people back
Mm-hmm.
out of there. You know what I'm saying? We need them up out of there. Or we need people to make a change, bro. So I love Swerve so much because, bro, you bet on yourself,
Yep.
and now look at you. We all doing the dance. We all saying Swerve's house. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? We all on that. So shout out Swerve Strickland, bro. Shout out Swerve Strickland. And WWE fumbled you.
100%.
They fumbled you. They
And
fumbled a
they would
lot of
have
you.
fumbled it even if they kept him.
Fumbled you. They fumbled Bobby Lashley. They
They did
fumbled
treat him like
Shayna Baszler.
Cedric. He'd have been in the back like Cedric,
It's
doing nothing.
crazy, bro. They fumbled a lot of folks. You fumbling Mello right now. I don't care what y'all
Yep.
call it. You're
Yep.
fumbling him.
Yep.
He worked his ass off. He
Yep.
made NXT 2.0 one of the bright spots. NXT 2.0 was garbage.
Literally the reason I started watching. I started watching it when I saw him pull up. I was like, "Oh, who does this do?" Started watching it. Then I saw Roxanne. Was like, "All right, I got two people that I'm locked in on." It's simple as
You're
that, bro.
fumbling.
Like
You're fumbling. You're fumbling the talent. You're
if
fumbling
you
the
make
talent.
if you have the talent to be at the top of the developmental brand, when they switch it to no longer like to a like this is really gonna be a developmental brand. He's the guy that they had Undertaker come out. They had Cena come out. They had all these different people come out, show him love, and then when you get to the main roster, you treat him like he wasn't that. But when Braun Breaker come up, Tiffany Stratton come up, okay, you're saying it's a pattern. It's not like we just making the shit up out of thin air. It's a fucking pattern.
It is a pattern, bro.
The Street Profits weren't champions for 3 years. Gotta be shitting me.
I mean,
Gotta be
I
shitting me.
mean, in my eyes, it's like this is another thing before we even get up off here. You let a generational talent walk through the door and you lived with it. Sasha. No other company, not even company, no other sport. I mean, obviously LeBron's gonna have to retire one day. But if
Mhm.
LeBron wanted to leave the sport midway through, I mean, maybe like Jordan did, the
Mhm.
NBA is not going.
They're finding a way.
If Patrick Mahomes was like, I think I'm cool, the NFL is not going.
They're finding a way.
They're finding a way. Sasha willingly bounced, not just bounced, gave you terms and conditions of, oh yeah, I'm more than open to come back. I just want it done like this. You weren't even willing to change for that. That tells you everything you need to know. And Sasha is not one of these ones where it's like, oh, maybe she could have been potentially. No, that was a main event star on a predominantly male roster at the time. One of your four horsewomen that you don't even yet you be cutting out of packages, that you
Mm-hmm.
be avoiding the name, bro. When Mox was gone, we had Cena tell Roman, "Oh, you ran Dean Ambrose up out of here. We don't even hear Sasha
Mm-hmm.
name. We don't hear nothing."
Nope. Nope.
Almost like she was erased from history. Sad business.
Even though they was just trying to get her back just last year, before Royal Rumble
Sad,
2024,
sad
they was
business.
trying to bring her back. And since she didn't come back, well, if we have to mention her, we will. If we have to show her, we will. Yeah, all right.
Shout out to everybody that taps in here though, right? You got two young black men ready to get after and talk this stuff with y'all. You know, sometimes we get passionate about this stuff, but this is our people at the end of the day. So if you do feel slighted behind that, I'm not gonna lie, hit the unsub. I do not care. But if you do rock with us, we appreciate you. We here every Saturday. Like I said, I got more free
Yep.
time, so we gonna try to speed this thing up a little bit. Make this something out of nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because that's generally what we have to do out here in these streets. So thank y'all for coming through. Reek, plug anything. It's a big time for Reek and the boys, man. March Madness, WNBA heating up, the draft heating up. We got a lot going on. Let the
Yeah,
folks know, Reek, where we can find you.
we got a national championship review tonight. We're gonna be doing it on here. Put in a headband, you know where to find us. We got UConn, South Carolina tomorrow at 3 p.m. So make sure y'all are tapped into that. We'll be back. Actually, yeah, we'll be back Tuesday. I don't know about next week yet because I will be on a flight at some point, but I have to
That
make sure
boy.
I have to check when I get on the flight. Uh, because I want to say it's a I'll have to I'll check it again and hit you up, but um we may have to do it a different day next week, but we will still try to bring y'all something
Heck yeah.
in terms of some content, and then we are just 2 short weeks away
Two
from
short weeks
WrestleMania
away from
and Stand
Mania.
and Deliver.
Mania. 2 short weeks away from y'all from watching me smash a whole box of pizza in front of your face, most likely. So until then, I can't wait. We will definitely figure out how to bring y'all content because even on vacation, we can still get it done. But we do
Yes,
encourage
sir.
vacation and darkness retreats. We do encourage those. So I hope you have fun, brother. And everybody at
Yes, sir.
home, we hope y'all have a great rest of y'all Saturday and weekend. We might have a song for y'all this time. You know what I'm saying? We might have another song. We're going to hit that. Matter of fact, it's Saturday. So Saturday, go out with your
I
friends.
drank a beer.
Have one of those.
I drank another beer. 3 beers. 4 beers.
Oh no.
5 beers.
Oh
6 beers. 7 beers. 8 beers. 9 beers.
Make sure y'all have a bunch of those, but don't go too crazy. And we'll catch y'all in the next episode. Much love, y'all. And we'll catch you next one. Yeah. Damn, Sandy.